Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Jose Rodriguez, real estate agent with HomeSmart Homes and Estates. And today I want to speak about the selling process A to Z. And I wanted to make a video about it because it's a lot easier to grasp it versus just either writing about it, making a vlog or whatever. It's when these steps are right in front of you and I'm walking you through them, you as a seller making a decision, it's very important for you guys to know because so many agents are either they sound the same, they're saying similar things, and you always ask yourself, okay, who can I trust? Well, the first step that I have here in the selling process is interview agents, because regardless of who you may know, if it's a family member, if it's a friend, if it's somebody that's been close with you, you always want to get different opinions, just like when you're either doing your home kitchen, right, or you're doing your bathroom, you're getting different estimates from different contractors, different handyman. You're either purchasing a car, right, you go to different dealerships. This is the same construct, right? You're interviewing different agents so you can get different opinions, different perspectives, and ultimately you can go with the one that's going to make most sense for you guys. So that's the first one. The second one is pricing the home to sell. And I can't stress this one enough because a lot of people think that, they can just price the house at whatever they want and the property is going to sell for either what they want or they're just going to get a little bit less than that. And when it comes to putting any single product out into the open market, it's always going to be ruled as supply and demand. And the last thing you want to do is price it at a price where it's going to be way too high, and now you're going to be competing with properties that don't fit your criteria. Properties that are maybe bigger than you, have more amenities than you, and now you're mismatched and you're not going to get the same amount of eyes that you could get if you price the property right to sell. And that is going to be determined by the agent that goes over the comparable market analysis and shares with you exactly what's happening in the market, what has sold within the last 6 months. Is how I run my comps, and being able to determine exactly what the best price is for your property. So the third thing is active marketing and passive marketing. And making sure that the agent that you're hiring is doing both of these and not just passive marketing. Passive marketing is basically what? Putting it on the MLS, right? Which syndicates it to every other site, Zillow, Trulia, right? That's average. Everybody's doing that, right? Now, the second step to passive marketing, which you can do as an agent, and if you are an agent, I'm not going to tell anybody what they should do, what they shouldn't do, but what we do in passive marketing is we also advertise it on social media. We also send out mailers. Those are all things of passive marketing, right? Sending out mailers, sending out email blasts, all those things. That's all cool. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about regarding marketing that a lot of people don't talk about is active marketing. What is active marketing? Well, the passive marketing, we already got that covered. That's standard. Every agent should be able to do that. Active marketing now dedicates energy and time being on the phones with other potential buyers, other potential agents that may have buyers, to find buyers for your specific property. Here in the REJ team, we actually spend 3 to 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, business days, prospecting, finding buyers for our sellers. So when we're going about it in this fashion, we're not just passively marketing your property, but we're also out in the neighborhood, in the community, looking for more people that want to be a part of the community, want to live around you. And that's exactly another atmosphere that a lot of other agents don't tackle. So make sure that you ask about active marketing when you're interviewing agents, right? The next thing is negotiating for highest and best offers. So if you got these top 3 things right, you interviewed agents, you picked the right one, right? You priced it to sell. They're going to do the right marketing. Now you're at a position where you actually can get multiple offers. And what happens when you have multiple offers? Guess what? You have more leverage. What happens when you have more leverage? You get to decide as a seller what buyer you want to go with versus sticking around with the buyer that's dragging their feet, not really very motivated. You want to go with the buyer that's going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you the highest price with the best terms. Some people even waive their inspections. Some people waive their appraisals, which we'll talk about in a little bit. This is the best way to get the highest and best offer, by taking care of these 3 things first correctly. Then the next thing, after you negotiate for highest and best, you go through the inspection process. After the inspection, you negotiate any items that need to be fixed, right? And then once you're over that specific phase, now it's time to get the right attorney to close, because you're about to go under contract. You're about to sign saying that, hey, I am agreeing to this offer, these terms, and now I'm legally binding myself to a contract that my property is going to be selling to this buyer. Now, they may have other contingencies, which your agent will go over with you when you meet. However, I want to go over the basic things that you need to know. So after you find the right attorney to close, the next steps are going to be the buyer is going to go under contract and they're going to get an appraisal. Unless they're buying it cash and they don't need an appraisal. What an appraisal is the bank is sending out somebody to the property. I don't know if you just hear my cat. My cat just meowed. The seller is allowing the buyer to send out somebody from the mortgage company, right? The buyer's getting a mortgage, to go out to the property, to appraise the property, to see how much it's worth, right? So let's say, for example, the property's worth $500,000. They get somebody out there, said, okay, the property's worth $500,000. The appraisal justifies $500,000. We can move forward. The next step is going to be title and municipal search. So the fifth step is going to be getting the right attorney to close. And this is very important, because if you don't have the right attorney in your corner and it's going to be delaying things, it may be worse off on you as the seller, because now you're stalling the sale of your home, right? Some attorneys may deem that they're either too busy, they don't have time, they have a lot of business. That's just not who we work with, right? You want to go with the attorney that's going to be delegating their importance to you guys, are going to make sure that their best interest in mind is your best interest in mind, and most importantly, that throughout the whole process, they're representing you as they should, respectfully, accordingly, legally, and everything else, and they're following with their fiduciary duties, right? So after you get the right attorney, the buyer's going to go under contract. The next thing they're going to do is you're going to get an appraisal. So if they're going to get a mortgage, they're going to send somebody out from the mortgage company to go to your property to appraise the property to make sure that it's worth what they're paying. The next step is they're actually going to go and get the title ran on the property and have a municipal search, just to make sure that you have no crazy liens attached to the house that you're not going to be able to take care of at closing, and also that the property has no violations. The municipal search, the property has no violations and everything is up to code. So the next thing in line is the commitment letter, right? And so now, after they receive the appraisal and the bank has underwritten the loan and everything is fine and the file is clear, they're going to give the buyer what is called a commitment letter, meaning, hey, now you don't just have a pre-approval, you're approved, and we have a commitment letter to you that you're able to close on this property. Now the bank has verified that their mortgage is they're going to be able to mortgage the property. So then you move up to scheduling the closing, which is the final walkthrough, and then the close. And for the final walkthrough, you have to please make sure that everything that you wanted to take with you is already out of the house, because this is when the buyer is going over to the property to make sure that it's clear, it's clean, and it's ready for them to move in and actually start their next chapter of their life. So there you have it, guys. This is the selling process A to Z, 1 to 6 steps, right? Making it very easy for you guys to digest. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at therejteam@gmail.com, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. If you find this beneficial, feel free to share this with a friend, like it, comment down below, and I'll see you guys soon. See ya.